Have you ever promised a client that their outfit will be ready tomorrow, knowing deep down it wouldn't be? Or have you ever avoided calls, muted chats, or stayed up all night sewing because a deadline was already missed? If you are a fashion designer and deadlines stress you out more than the sewing itself, this video is for you. Today we are talking about one of the biggest struggles in fashion, that is meeting deadline, why it keeps happening, and how we can do better without burning out. Welcome to the Fashion Designers Challenge. Today we are talking about something every fashion designer has faced at some point, no matter how talented or experienced they are, and that is meeting a deadline. This is a part of what I call the Fashion Designers Challenge because fashion is beautiful, creative and exciting, but behind the scene it can be very stressful. Let me start with my personal experience. Now, there was a time I confidently told a client, "Your outfit will be ready on Thursday." Then Thursday came, it wasn't ready. Friday came, still not ready. By Saturday morning, my phone was buzzing non-stop. I was so stressed. That client was frustrated, and I kept asking myself, how did I get here again? If you have ever been in this situation, you already understand why this topic is so important. Now, why is meeting deadlines so hard for fashion designers? Just as you know, fashion designing is not factory work. It is creative work. I remember working on a dress that looked amazing on my head. The sketch was beautiful, the fabric was perfect, but once I started sewing, it just wasn't working. So I have to unpick it, I have to adjust it. I sewed it again, still it was not coming out right. Before I knew it, hours were gone and the deadline didn't move. Then there are days when light just goes off unexpectedly, your machine starts acting up, or the tailor that is helping you just didn't show up, or the client can just say, "Can we change the neckline?" Just 2 days before delivery. So I've had a client call me and say, "It's just small change." And just as you know, in fashion, there is nothing like small change. There are times when you have to handle multiple orders at once, like bridal wears, birthday outfits, urgent jobs. It becomes even harder. So yes, meeting deadline is hard, very hard. But here is the truth I have to learn the hard way. Being a good designer is not just about talent, it's about reliability. Now, what happened when deadlines are missed? Let me be very honest. There was a time a client didn't shout, didn't insult me, didn't argue. She just said, "Thank you, but I won't be coming back." That's one sentence hurts more than any arguments, because when deadlines are missed, clients lose trust in you and your reputation suffers. Referral reduces and you start rushing your work. And rushing leads to poor finishing. Poor finishing affects confidence, and before you know it, you're no longer enjoying fashion. So talent open doors for you, but trust keep those doors open. So how do we do better? Now, this is the real heart of the Fashion Designers Challenge. Not blaming ourselves, but improving. Planning backwards changes everything for me. I used to just start sewing and hope for the best. Then I learned to plan backward. Instead of asking, when will I start? I now ask, when must this outfit leave my shop? So once I start breaking works into stages, designs, cutting, sewing, fitting, finishing, I notice something. Deadlines stopped feeling scary. They become manageable. Now, the second point that I applied is learning to say no. Learning to say no was painful, but it is necessary. I used to say yes to every order because I didn't want to lose money. One time, I took so many orders that I was sewing day and night. No rest, no creativity, just pressure. And guess what? I still disappoint some clients. That's when I realized overbooking doesn't increase income. Instead, it increases problems. Now, when I am fully booked, I say it clearly, and surprisingly, clients respect me more for it. Another point that helped me was being honest about my timeline. That really saved my peace. I once promised a dress in 3 days when I knew deep down it needed at least 1 week. Those 3 days were the longest days of my life. Now I give realistic timeline. If it finishes earlier, great. If not, I am still within my promise. Honesty reduces stress always. The fourth point is communication. Communication can prevent 80% of deadline issues. Many deadline problems don't start with sewing. they start with assumption. I have learned to explain clearly how many fittings are included, when changes must be made, and what happens if changes come late. When clients understand the process, they can cooperate better. The fifth point I applied is simple organization. Simple organization made a big difference. I don't use anything complicated. I write things down. Client names, delivery dates, current stage of work. Before, I used to rely on my memory, and my memory failed me many times. Now my work is clearer and my mind is calmer. So this mindset shift changed how I see deadlines. Deadlines used to feel like pressure. Now I see them as part of the craft. Fashion designers are not just creative, we are business people. Creativity brings clients, discipline keeps them. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be intentional. Finally, if deadlines have been a struggle for you, please hear this. You are not lazy. You are not unserious. You are still learning. Meeting deadline is a skill, and skills can be developed. Start small. Fix one habit. Communicate better. Plan smarter. Progress is better than perfection. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please like, share and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what has been your biggest challenge as a fashion designer. If this is your first time of seeing us, thanks for watching. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks so much for always showing up. Here in Mebat Fashion House, we give you fashion tips and fashion ideas to help you improve your fashion brand. We also give you beautiful and trending styles inspiration on all styles. So make sure you watch our other videos. Until next time, keep creating, keep growing and keep believing in yourself.